What's up, guys, and welcome to this. This is episode 17 of 25 years ago, your favourite and our favourite pro wrestling podcast, where we chronologically review every episode of Raw, every episode of Nitro, every WWF, every WCW, and every ECW Super Slow Shash pay-per-view in chronological order. And we are here, Raw, 26th February 1996. We'll be caught up come the weekend. Come Thursday, we'll be caught up completely.
We're caught up now.
Yeah, we're caught up now. Obviously, technically we're caught up now because the next show to take place will be the 4th of March. So we're officially caught up. Apologies that we did fall behind. That is all on me. Nothing to do with Brad. It's all on me.
And me. I just didn't have the effort.
But you can. It wouldn't have been fair to go, just go do them all by yourself. Like, if it comes a point where, you can't do it, I'll be like, right, we'll wait, and then we'll either tape. We should have realistically taped these two shows before I moved. That would have been the smart thing to do, but it was kind of one of those.
Festivals are back on, which might happen from June 21st if we're having a little bit of optimism here. This is purely for UK listeners. US, I don't fucking know. But yeah, if this gets back to June 21st, I'll be going to a festival in August, which I can't fucking wait for. So yeah, for that we'll have to pre-record, but stuff like that we'll do that sort of pre-recorded now rather than catching up. I think it's easier. To you as well? Or?
Yeah, it's much easier. I much prefer it as well. I quite like having it in the can and knowing that if there's a day where I'm like, oh, I want to do this and this, and but there's no concept for the channel, it's like, oh, I've got those shows up in the can ready, so it's never a problem. But yeah, looking this Raw we're going to be covering is from February the 26th, 1996. We had Vince McMahon and Jerry Lawler on commentary. Win-loss tie, Brad. I'm going with strong tie week win, depending on your mood. WCW did win this week. Okay, yes. Go back and check out episode 16. WCW bounced back after their loss last week, and they won this week because I thought it was a pretty damn good show. Compared to this, it felt taped. It felt like video package galore, but what was done on this show was still some good stuff. There was some good build to the WrestleMania. They're doing a much better job of building to WrestleMania than WCW are for building Uncensored. I'll give them that.
Agreed. I mean, the only match we know for Uncensored is that. Well, the only match we don't know if it's for Uncensored is the blooming tag team match, don't we?
Yeah, we don't even know. We don't even know if Luger and Sting are going to be the champs at that point. It could have already happened. We don't even
know if it's going to be on Uncensored or not.
It could have happened on some fucking TBS show, but who fucking knows? But yeah, I'm gonna go strong tie, weak win. Man, let's just jump straight into it. So opening match.
We're gonna do Superstars.
Oh yeah. Give the results of the shows that happened previously. I need to write that down on the notes that I take so that I don't jump ahead constantly.
It's alright, so it's just Superstars from the 20... Well, it was taped on the 20th, aired on the 24th. So the ring match... These are dark matches to begin with. So a dark match, the ring match defeated Marty Jannetty. Fair enough. Ahmed Johnson defeated Tatanka in a steel cage match.
In a fucking... Sorry to cut off there. On a steel cage in a dark match on Superstars?
Yeah.
Fuck me, man. What the fuck? What the fuck?
And they're taping 3 shows at once as well, so this is for the next couple of weeks as well. Shawn Michaels defeated the British Bulldog in a dark match. Jake Roberts and Razor Ramon defeated Goldust in the 1-2-3 Kid. Bret Hart defeated The Undertaker in a World Heavyweight Championship match in a dark match.
What the fuck is going on? I guess why can't they just put... I guess they don't want to develop storylines, but they want to sell out a big building. So they did it. It makes sense. I get that. Okay, so that makes sense.
So the actual matches that were recorded that you can watch if you search for them, you've got Owen, Hart and the British Bulldog defeated Barry Horowitz and Hakushi in a World Tag Team Championship tournament, which is actually going to lead into WrestleMania. Now, I'm not going to spoil the results, but we won't be talking about that tournament much as they're on B shows, and the actual final is in the free-for-all match of the WrestleMania.
What is it for? What is it for?
For the World Tag Team Championships. The winner wins the World Tag Team Championships.
Okay, they're vacant. Because we haven't. They're vacant. I'm guessing.
They are vacant currently.
Cool.
The winner is at the pre-show of WrestleMania, so we won't be able to watch it. But I will.
I think because it's WrestleMania, and then because it's the finals of this tournament, I think we should. We don't have to watch the full. We don't have to watch the full 60 or 30 minutes, but just watch the match at least.
Definitely, yeah. So Duke the Dumpster Droese defeated Scott D'Amore. the Body Donners defeated AC Connor, who is D'Lo Brown.
Wow.
And Meiji Yates. Yeah, so they're starting to have some other people that you'll recognise just with different names. Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Derek Stone. Okay, and Derek Stone is just Derek Stone. I don't know who that is. And Shawn Michaels defeated Shinobi in his one of two matches in this gimmick. If you don't know who Shinobi is, he is Al Snow. And his only other match as Shinobi is on this Raw. So,
what a prestigious event we watched here. We had the privilege of watching. God damn.
Before he became Leif Cassidy, exactly.
Leif Cassidy, then Al Snow, and then that was it. It sounded like a decent superstars, and it makes sense why they kind of tape those matches, which don't really affect much on TV, but then do all those dark matches so they can get people in the building. One does, obviously the tag title tournament. Yeah, but the other stuff's kind of like squash matches. So at least they're kind of giving fans who turn it kind of by advertising, Bret Hart versus Undertaker, they're gonna do a good number. So at least they made a good number, and the guys are getting work and ring time. So
I think it's good to sort of do it as a tournament for the tag championships. It's a shame we're not going to see any of the matches on Raw, though. That is an actual shame, but I don't think any of the matches actually appear on Raw.
No, because Raw's an hour at this point, and I can't wait for these shows to go to it. I know it means longer viewing sittings for us,
but we're going to actually catch up more on what storylines are going on.
Yeah, I don't have to just sit the same people. There'll be multiple feuds going on, and the pay-per-views will build more. I can't wait for it. I think it's March. What time is it? They go 2 hours. When does WWF?
Raw.
When does have a quick goggle on the goggle machine? Have a look of when Raw and Nitro both go from 1 hour to 2 hours.
Yeah. So looking at Raw.
Whilst you find that out, I'll break down the first match. So it was Isaac Yakum against Jake Roberts. Isaac Yakum goes on to become Kane, one of the all-time legends of the WWE. I loved King being scared of the snakes. They do a replay of the Royal Rumble where Jake puts the snake on King. I thought that was fun. King was great on commentary, by the way, on this show as per usual. Dude, it's weird seeing Kane without a singlet. He's actually in great shape. Jake, not so much here in '96. He doesn't take his gimmick off, as he kind of had a, what's it called? It's kind of like a not a jacket, but like a tank top, but in a jacket. He doesn't take that off. It's not 1988 anymore. It's kind of like yeesh, but he still does bump around. I will give him credit. He's still bumping around.
His snake as well being called Revelation.
They didn't show the snake, but they did talk about it being changed name, and they said how he
do with his Christianity at the time.
Yeah, he's saying how he's basically come public with the demons that he has in his life, aka his drinking problems, etc. And he's on the mend. Oh, okay, he didn't. He meant as in like religious.
I mean like he is trying to, but he didn't manage to do this.
No. Everyone needs to watch The Resurrection of Jake Roberts. Everyone needs to get out of the way to watch it, because that was a great documentary. That's in my opinion, that's the best pro wrestling documentary. That's one that you can watch with your family, because it's like, there's wrestling in it, but it's not over the top. The whole purpose of the documentary
is a human interest story.
Yeah, it's him overcoming the. It doesn't. He could be a farmer. He could be a fucking UFC fighter. He could be a boxer. He could be a porn star for all that matters. It's the fact that he had these demons and he overcome them. It's such a success story, and him now being so sober and so on it that he can be a part of AEW Dynamite every single week, still involved in the business in a way that's helping. Lance Archer. It's such a great success story, and it's a fucking damn shame that he couldn't have done stuff in WWE as a manager in a time period where WWE at this point they have Heyman, and when whoever's Heyman's with, conveniently enough, is the top guy because of the manager aspect. The fact there isn't managers everywhere is ridiculous. At this point you had Cornette Camp, in WCW you got Liz and you got Woman. It kind of I miss Jimmy Hart. I miss the managers. I think that's what AEW does well.
It's not really. I wouldn't say Liz, Woman are the same. Though they're more valets, but I do see what you're saying.
Yeah, but it
terms
makes
of
them
it.
when they come out with a you know with someone, you kind of see them, especially with like Liz and Woman, you know, two women who look sophisticated, classy. You kind of perceive them as, oh, they're the real deal. So it really does help. But did you find out when they go to 2 hours?
I did, yes.
Go for it. Hit me with it.
Raw is March 10th, 1997. So,
Whoa! They don't go for 2 hours for another year.
yeah.
No way.
And WCW is May 27th, 1996 to April 21st, 1997. And then for some reason, April 28th to May 19th, it goes to 1 hour again.
But then back to 2, yeah? But then back to 2.
And then back to 2 again. Yeah, and then to 3 later on.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
WCW hours
right, how
are
about
all
this?
over the place.
When it gets to 3 hours, what we'll do is we'll watch Thunder and review Thunder and fucking just kind of skimmy over Nitro and what happened. Actually, no, because some of the '98 Nitros are going to be sick. So
And some of the 2000 Nitros are going to be funny.
yeah, they're going to be funny and comical. It'll be funny. Yeah, I agree. Roger that. But yeah, so we're close now to WCW going 2 hours, which is a fucking one. Why? I'm really shocked and surprised of why it took WWE so long. Aren't you surprised?
WWF No, because Starrcade came before WrestleMania. Survivor Series was created to go against Starrcade. I think WWE are, at this point, are trying to sort of... Nitro are doing stuff first, and then WWE are trying to afterwards, trying to say, well, if they can do this, we can do this too. We're going to beat them.
Man, that's so depressing. That's really upset me, you know. And I just looked.
It's the way it is, you know. It's if you watch these Billionaire Ted sketches, you should know their mindset.
Yeah, that's true. And I just checked Superstars as well whilst I'm here, and there's no Superstars that airs what's it called on 1996.
Not on the network now.
No. So yeah, you know, May 20th. We're close to it now. So we've only got a few more Nitros, and then we're bam straight into the thick of it. And the Nitros missed on the 8th of April as well, so that's a win. So yeah, that's that. I can't wait for 2 hours of Nitro.
I've done a full schedule. Don't worry about it. This is internal, but I've done a full schedule. It's fine.
We're scheduled till 2045. So it'll be 2045 and we'll start covering 25 years ago. Imagine how depressing that'll be. We'll be watching these Thunderdome shows going, my days, this is terrible. I gave the match a half star.
Remember the pandemic?
Do you remember the pandemic? Yeah, it was actually great for me. I've never... Dude, I have no idea how I've actually got more money now. I mean, I get why, because I'm not going out. Yeah, I'm not going out.
£70 nights out, you know.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, because you get... I mean, say you pay £10 entry fee, you pay taxi / bus to get up there, and then you train sometimes. Yeah, pre-drinking you're spending £10-15. In the club you're spending about 50, and then you pay, you know, depending on how far you got to go and how many of you are in the car / taxi. You know, you're looking at another
like £100.
Yeah, you're looking at £100. Bam, you know, straight on one night. And if you go out Friday and Saturday, you're fucked. Your bank account's damaged. That's one thing. I'm not looking. That's probably a good reason to save some fucking money. Just prepare myself for the summer. And if I hear one, you live in the UK, so we can kind of you get this. If I hear one more girl go hot girl summer, I think I'm done.
June 21st is gonna be pure that though, isn't it? Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm gonna be. I've talked about this with most of my mates and my girlfriend. We talked about how it's kind of like. Because it's all the COVID stuff, I'm probably going to wait a few weeks just to see if once everyone's gone out, because if the cases rise again, I won't have to isolate, won't have to take time off work. So I'm kind of going to be smart about it.
Yeah, I'm just going to go a festival in August if it's on. So yeah, if me and you are very different on this one.
Oh no, and come August, yeah, I'll be back in business, but. Yeah, I'm being cautious with it because I've had COVID and I don't want to get it again. Anyway,
No.
Ultimate Warrior video package. Again, are you annoyed at the fact that they gave away this rather than a surprise return at WrestleMania, considering the buy rate for WrestleMania was so shit anyway?
I mean, yeah and no. I mean, it would be better as a surprise for WrestleMania, isn't it? But it's helping to shift more buys. They don't know it's going to be shit, do they? They don't
Yeah,
know
that's
it's going
true.
to be a bad buy rate. They're hoping it's going to be a good buy rate. So I can see the logic in advertising it, but would it be more fun to watch it if it was being advertised? Yeah, maybe. Would it help to sell as many pay-per-view buys if it wasn't advertised and it just happened? Probably not.
No, because they ain't gonna know.
Could just do it on the Raw, the last Raw before it, though. But
Yeah,
yes,
be like,
I
oh
guess
my,
that's just yeah.
yeah, and then they could have ended the show with it, and then they'd be like, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna be doing? But yeah, then we had Bob Holly versus Diesel.
Trash match. I like Bob Holly as well.
Oh, Bob Holly's
and
great.
I like Diesel, but this match was just not great. I didn't think.
No, it wasn't. It was kind of just very standard. I'm looking forward to. I enjoyed the hype here for Taker versus Diesel at WrestleMania though. Thought he did a good job. I liked at the start of the match Diesel kind of looking at the canvas, because obviously what happened at In Your House. Go check out the review if you haven't yet. Where Taker came from under the ring. So I enjoyed Diesel kind of looking like, where is I thought that was just really good storytelling. Holly, let's talk about Holly for a bit. I think this is the first time we've seen him.
He's a rookie, isn't he?
He is a rookie at this point, but he is one of the most underrated. And I know we said this about Big Boss Man, because it's just so true. So many guys are just kind of underrated, in my opinion, when it comes to their actual work. Just because they never became world champion, they kind of get overlooked. But Holly was so fucking... Everything he does looks legit. Like, it looks like he's beating... Don't say, fucking that fucking invalid in Tough Enough.
No.
It's a fucking work. Like, dude, it's a reality TV show.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing his praises quite yet.
What?
He's not... well, right now he's not...
Oh, dude, no, I'm saying in general, fucking Bob Holly's great.
In general, yeah. So let's give it a year or so, when he becomes Hardcore Holly, then I'll be well with you. But a Sparky Plug...
Spark Plug, Bob Holly.
Not into that.
You wait till 98, he becomes bombacious or bombastic Bob or something, and he's...
I thought that was when he became Hardcore Holly.
No, 98 he becomes one half of the new Midnight Rockers with Bart Gunn.
Right, great.
Yeah, that's some that. There is some shit. So Bob Holly had to eat his fair shit. That's called paying your dues, ladies and germs. And he paid him hard. But yeah, Hardcore Holly stuff like 99, 2000 and onwards. I enjoyed his ECW run as well in 06, 07. I remember that fondly as a child.
With Cody as well.
Yeah, it's good stuff with Cody as well, yeah. So Diesel got the one with the jackknife. Diesel then goes to walk away. Lights go out. Gong. Taker's in the ring. Diesel goes to fuck him up. Lights out, boom, Taker's gone, and then Taker's on the Minitron saying, "I'm the master of mind games, rah, rah, rah. Good stuff. Built up WrestleMania.
Very good.
Really good. Really
Yes.
Good stuff.
Is it mental to say I'm more excited for Undertaker and Diesel than I am for Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart?
Really? After the promo that actually...
it was a good promo, but I've loved everything Diesel and Shawn. I know the match probably isn't going to be great, but I've loved like the coffin build, the destruction of the coffin, the bit when he dragged him through the ring. This week, just Undertaker is so epic and brilliant. And
especially in this time period, it's cool, kind of new, isn't it?
It's just so cool. Yeah.
100%. 100%. It was really good stuff, and the crowd bought it. And I'm like yourself, looking forward to that. Maybe, how about this? Because we're emotionally invested come WrestleMania in these guys, if you just kind of watch WrestleMania 12 without watching the build, you're like, oh, the match is alright. But because we're emotionally invested now, maybe we actually might enjoy the match a lot more than other people.
Potentially, yeah. But it depends if it's a stinker or not. Because I'm still under the impression that Diesel isn't that great in the ring. I think he's alright on the mic and alright as a character, but actually in ring work, I don't rate Diesel that highly.
Hey, to their own. I thought this match was... I gave it a bit higher rating than you. I gave it a 1.5 stars.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say about a star. It wasn't a shit house of a match, but it wasn't... I wouldn't say go out of your way and watch...
Oh,
Sparky
no, by no means.
Versus Diesel.
No means, of course. Then there was a Bret versus Shawn hype video, as well as announced Shawn Michaels versus 123 Kid and Bret Hart versus Triple H for next week's Raw.
Spoiling my segment, WWE.
I apologise. Yeah, they did it. I was about to say that.
WWE.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you know what? This guy in 25 years is going to be hacking this. We're going to spoil it. And then we had Shinobi versus Ahmed Johnson. Obviously, Shinobi is Al Snow,
Snow.
Leif Cassidy. So here's an interesting one for you. What as a child? Let me move the mic. Sorry, everyone. As a child, don't know. Oh, fucking hell. So I would have been about 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not when this happened. Obviously not. When this show was happening, I wasn't born.
When he was eating a dog, though, it was. I don't know why. I don't know why I brought that one up. But when he ate his dog, that was brilliant. I don't know why it was brilliant, but it's just this is Attitude Era WWE for you. I love it.
Literally. Anyway, got a fun story. So, fucking speaking of Shinobi, there'll be a reason why we talk about it. So when I was a kid, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever, however old I was, my grandparents did a car boot sale. And whilst they were there, I was allowed to look around. I think they gave me like £5 to grab some VHS tapes. Because, fucking 2002, 3 and 4, that was, what you got. The DVD was kind of new at the time. So I went out there and I got WrestleMania 6 on VHS. So I can literally recital that show. Like, do you know when you, as a kid, watch something so much you can just kind of remember everything from that show? Now, when Shinobi came out, a guy dressed up in Japanese gear, he came out to the exact theme song that the Orient Express used in the WrestleMania that took place in 1990.
Did not know that. That's brilliant.
Like, how stereotypical racist is this fucking company? Just chuck some Japanese entrance music on him when he comes out.
He's not even Japanese.
He's not. It's fucking awful, man. But fucking yeah, those two great talents. By the way, it was fucking Orient Express versus the Rockers. It ended with literally the Orient Express getting powdered and bamming it in Marty Jannetty's face. Yeah, I've seen that show too many fucking times. But we digress and move on. Back to Shinobi and Ahmed Johnson.
I wish we weren't, but okay.
Yeah, dude, I could. So I thought Ahmed Johnson was kind of flash in the pan. He came in like 97 and left by 98. My days. We got a whole few years of him. Really?
Yeah, he's just a standard big guy.
Yeah, but
he's alright.
I mean, the crowd love him. The crowd do like him. The crowd do like him. Just to me, it's like
I like him.
Oh God, I'll get you an Ahmed shirt. He got the win with the Tiger Bomb, but that's not the story of this match. The story of this match is Goldust on the phone to Vince McMahon during this match, showing how little this match means.
Yeah.
And he's talking about Roddy Piper. And he reads him a poem. Now, this has just came out of the blue. I have no idea why he's fucking doing this.
Because he should be with, what do you call it?
He was feuding with someone. He was feuding with Razor Ramon. And now all of a sudden...
I think Razor Ramon is just being written off, isn't he?
Makes sense.
Point.
So he reads a poem which ends with... When does Goldust get to play your bagpipe? Because I started writing it down.
Scottish sausage in there as well.
He's good Scottish because I started writing it down. I was like, I feel uncomfortable having this on paper in case one of the boys I live with kind of opens it up and think I'm writing poems like that. So I just kind of got the end line. But yeah, it kind of felt like it was like I was watching Babe Station when I was a fucking 13 and 14-year-old boy. And for anyone in America, Babe Station is it's where you phone up and it's like a normally it's women. I'm assuming there's a male version as well where basically
I'm sure
of course there's gonna be a male version. So basically you pay however fucking much it is, pretending like you never have. No, I totally never have. You basically phone up and you talk to the human and blah blah blah. That's what it kind of felt like to me. So I kind of felt like quite uncomfortable. I was like,
I wasn't that bothered by it. I mean,
but when you're watching a wrestling show and it pop round and it catches you off guard. If I knew that was what Goldust was going with, I think I wouldn't have been like, well. I'm not saying this is bad.
I did tell you, I hinted at this.
You did. It's
a bit
not bad.
Homophobic, to be fair.
Why?
I think.
Why?
Because they're making him out like he's weird or a bad guy because he's got homosexual urges. Think back to 1996. It wasn't as accepted as it is now. To be interested in men if you were a man. Women were fetishized. So it's not like now where it's more accepting. At the time, it was still an oddity. It was quite unique. We had just sort of left the 80s when it was, that sort of stuff was being pushed as actually being legal for the first time. So to have, I don't know, someone be a bad guy or be a heel because he's sort of expressing that he likes men, it just feels a bit odd to me. You wouldn't do it now at all.
Oh no, yeah, but you wouldn't do half this stuff now. But I agree. I don't even think they would be a heel. Like that when Darren Young.
Goldust is a heel.
Oh, he is a heel the way he's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Not because he's acting homophobic, just because he's cheating to win.
No, but I think part of it is acting overly eroticized. I'm just trying to think of politically correct.
Yeah.
But because he's overly eroticized, he's considered as being a bad guy in it, which
is bullshit.
I hope they don't do that. They don't go down that route so much. But I have seen pictures of him in bondage costumes and stuff, which I'm guessing is going to link it to that a little bit.
It'll be interesting to see how it unfolds. But yeah, and it's. You got to respect it for the time, how edgy it is, but at the same time, you don't respect it because it's watching this in 2021 where, being homophobic, there is, nothing wrong with that at all in any way, shape or form. Most people have...
being gay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, like the amount...
No, what you said was being homophobic.
Shit, I'm so sorry. I meant homosexual. Jeez, yeah, everyone's got a homosexual... gay friend in not everyone, but majority of people. Like I've got, like at work, there's 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I'm bisexual, so
yeah, it's each to their own, isn't it? And at the end of the day, if you like a bit of sausage, you like a bit of sausage. If you don't, you don't. Who gives a shit? At the end of the day, as long as you're fucking a good human being, that's all that fucking matters. At the end of the day, you go to work, you pay your tax, you go home, you sleep, you wake up. That's do whatever you want to do in your spare time. You go for it. But yeah, it's not cool.
Quite uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's be honest.
Let's hope Goldust isn't on any more shows. Let me have a Mankind vignette. Let's swiftly move on.
God. This Mankind vignette was brilliant. So he basically was holding this rat down his arm, which I love rats, as we said last week. Another conversation we had that was off topic.
My
just the way he's caressing him. Is it me, or did it sound like his mum abused him when he was speaking?
Is it me, or are you fucked up for liking rats?
Possibly, yeah. But he was talking about like how his mum was showing him off to her friends and stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It was, yeah, because he's mummy quite a bit, wasn't it? And it was creepy as shit. And he's talking to George the rat.
Yeah, and he's saying how his mum used to dress him up and show him in front of of her friends, and I was like,
"That's pretty." They really are edgy as fuck, aren't they?
Yeah, that's yes. I'm not making this up. You can literally listen to his words.
No. Yeah. I remember how quite uncomfortable I was when it was happening. I went from Goldust to this, and I'm like, "Fuck me, man! What's going on here?" Oh, how times have changed.
I actually quite, for some reason, I don't know why, but I really like this promo. It's
I'm the same.
Someone dead dark and like corrupt and mental.
People,
half the shit, half of what he's saying is probably not even happened, but he's just like in his own little dark space, just like rocking back and forth. It's like a mental patient just watching him. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is really good. I roger that. I agree with that 100%.
If he could be in films doing this.
Oh yeah, a scary film. He'd be magic. Like he sat there rocking back and film, being in like a psych ward or something. I think he could do great.
Do you know who I think he'd be good playing?
Who?
Like the Joker in Batman.
Oh yeah, but speaking of Joker, no one can be the Joker after the guy who played him in the recent Joker film. That was magic.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that was magic film. At that point in my life, I wasn't into comics / Marvel / DC.
You don't have to be into comics. It's just some guy gone mentally insane. Basically.
Yeah, and I watched it, and I was like, this is brilliant. And it kind of one of those things that kind of got me a little bit into the Marvel. Anyway,
that's something that WWF does better than WCW then. Sort of dark, twisted characters.
Yeah,
sort of
100%.
Mankind, The Undertaker.
It's kind of it's like an alternate reality, and WCW is kind of just reality based. It's like a big long reality TV show. It's like a bit of EastEnders and Coronation Street and Emmerdale with a bit of grappling in there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So we have Vince in the ring. Vince's boy Shawn Michaels comes out, and then, dude, he needs to stop kissing women on the way to the ring.
Who?
Shawn Michaels. He needs to stop doing that, dude. He's kissing them on the lips. Well, did you imagine if that was 2021?
Yeah, but
and Seth Rollins comes out.
not...
Okay, bad example because everyone knows he's married to Becky Lynch.
Put it this way: it's different than with Elizabeth. He's openly doing that, and they're openly receiving it. It's not as if they're being pressured to do that. Whereas when they're touching some girl's arse, that's different.
Yeah, valid point.
I don't really see this as that much of an issue. It's just a big bravado guy, and I'm sure he did because I know for a fact he was quite a mental character at this point. He was doing all sorts of weird shit to his system.
To his sister, did you just say?
System.
Oh, system. I thought you said his sister.
He was on drugs a lot at this point. He turned to Christianity later in his career, but he was not.
Yeah, on pills, lots of pills at this point.
He had lots of pills at this point. I'm sure he had a lot of groupies. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's Shawn fucking Michaels. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where are we? We're on about him going to the ring, and then him going to Vince at this point. Him making out with lots of young women. So Vince plugs the granny out of WrestleMania, which is good. And then Bret Hart comes out. They have a respectful promo about who's the best, which is like, yeah,
18
cool.
months time.
Yeah, give that time. And then Roddy Piper comes out. He's obviously the president. He tries to encourage fans to not boo either of them, and announces it'll be a 60-minute Iron Man match at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Piper's promo was better than those two's promo. Better than Michaels and Brett's promo, without a shadow of a doubt.
Piper is exceptional. What I will say, though, is he made a point on there, which I'll sort of focus on. He said, by the end of this rivalry, you two will end up hating each other. I'm not sure he meant it as literally as he did, but is he a fortune teller, or?
He's the man. He's really good promo. It did a better job of building, because I don't like rivalries that are built on I respect you, because that doesn't sell tickets. You don't want to see two in MMA. If there's two guys who go out there like, oh, I really respect you, man. You're not gonna pay your hard-earned cash to go. Oh yeah, but in
MMA, yeah.
Okay,
MMA
no,
bad example.
I disagree.
Wrestling, no, because wrestling is more storytelling. But if you had two boxers in the ring that knew each other were the top of their game, say like Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. They both know.
Yeah, but that's a once-in-a-lifetime fight. But if you get, say, UFC, you get a guy, for example, who's the guy who's not kind of at that peak level of McGregor's stardom level-wise? Just two guys who are just kind of like mid-card.
Khabib sort of under that.
Yeah,
just
Khabib.
Under that.
Khabib, and he's in there with Colby Covington, for example, and Covington's just rubbing him the wrong way, and you're like, oh man, he's going to get fucking fucked up. You're going to pay to watch it, which is why McGregor's fight's always such high buy rate, which is why Covington...
Because no one likes McGregor. Oh, and the people that do like McGregor don't like MMA usually.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, because people want to see him get his head kicked in, or the other way round. So it's kind of a win-win. You want this emotional investment. So if Shawn Michaels, they're like, I'm going to beat you. You've got given all these chances. I got given fuck all, and blah blah blah. Make you really bitter and angry. Fucking bam, you're in. Winner, chicken dinner. But they didn't. They're like, you are a really good wrestler. Wow, thanks, Shawn. You too. Num 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 num. Like, getting fuck off.
Did you see it when he pulled his trousers down as well and showed his crotch?
Yeah,
that didn't need to happen.
No, never again, please, Shawn. But yeah, it is what it is. It was good stuff. Probably my favorite part of the show. Then we went to Owen, Hart, and British Bulldog against Yokozuna. I still haven't watched it. Sorry. Yokozuna was.
Well, you haven't watched this match?
No. Sorry, I mean the documentary.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna. I thought the first thing you were gonna ask me is if I've watched it.
No. We're gonna leave the documentary until Survivor Series, because that's Yokozuna's last match, and hopefully we'll make it a bit more pressing.
Yeah.
Not last match ever, but last match in WWE ever.
Okay, we'll do that, and we'll actually do a review on it. We'll do like a mini show on it. It'll be like a 5-10 minute show, but give a little recap of it. So Yokozuna's this match taking place because Yokozuna was with the Cornet camp and he's now left. Owen Hart bumps around with Yokozuna so fucking well. He makes Yokozuna look like a fucking machine. And it's so sad that all three of these men have passed away. It's absolutely tragic.
All in tragic reasonings as well.
Awful
which
stuff.
Is even worse.
Agreed.
Yeah, because Yokozuna was his weight. Owen Hart was a show that when we cover it, we're gonna have to be so fucking respectful about. And British Bulldog was a drug overdose, very young. So.
And then Vader, who comes out, he's passed.
Yeah, but Vader at least was natural causes.
True. So Vader does come out. He looks like a fucking badass with that leather jacket. You wouldn't fuck with him. Like, you wouldn't fuck with him. That is a man's man right there. Vader fucks up Yokozuna. Ahmed and Jake Roberts come out to make the save. Fuck me, I kind of lost interest at this point, and my notes are all over the gaff.
I liked it.
So Ahmed and Jake come. He finally gets in the ring. That being Jake Roberts, I was having a little giggle at trying to watch Jake. Roberts.
You can tell he's in bad condition, can't you?
So then Jake gets the snake out, and Vader runs away.
And Vader steals the bag for the snake as well, which is not great because there's a giant, whatever it is, 8-foot python just in the middle of a ring with no way of really getting it back to a safe place.
Tragic. And then there was the Larry Fling, which I just read Larry Fling not watching.
I watched it.
Go on. What do we have with Larry Fling?
So he was talking about how they were weak men for being attacked with a woman's shoe. They kept coughing. The Huckster kept coughing. Randy Savage kept going, brother, and they hit him with a chair. It's pretty much what you expect it to be. It's and we have more Larry Fling to come apparently because he's going to do further interviews. He said as part of this show, which I was just like, great, that sounds fantastic. And this is the main event segment of every show as well. So WWE clearly wanted to make it a thing that we're going to end the show with a good old bit of Larry Fling. Which is
fuck, man, that's awful.
Which is
at least for me, the show's no longer 46 minutes; it's about 40 because this was a long one. It was like 4 or 5 minutes long. This Larry Fling thing.
Oh no, it's going to be that way for a while. Every main event is going to be a WCW sketch show.
It's not for me. It's not because I refuse to watch it because it just infuriates me, and I don't watch things that I know infuriates me.
No, put it this way: WWE see this as their main event now.
That's all that matters, pal. Fuck that man. Fuck Eric Bischoff. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Damn. Anything you wish to promote before we wrap this bad boy up? Because we've been both this show's been 40 and the one before went 30, so we're reckoning on an hour and 10 combined.
No, not really. I'll run through the show that's on the 4th of March, again taped on the 19th of February.
So this will be what we'll tape this Thursday, correct? So this will be uploaded for Thursday, which will actually be the 4th for you guys, so we'll be completely back on track.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually looking quite a decent show, to be honest. Only 3 matches, but 3 really good matches. So Shawn Michaels versus the 1-2-3 Kid with Ted DiBiase. Justin Bradshaw, which is JBL, with Uncle Zebekiah versus Hakushi. And Triple H versus Bret Hart.
What a win. That sounds like a fucking good show. It actually does sound like a really good show. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, we'll be back on Thursday for part of the 25 Years Ago series. As well as on Thursday will be the New Japan Pro Wrestling 49th anniversary show. So check that out. Lots of stuff coming to the channel. Thank you and welcome new subscribers. We've had a huge over the past since come back on the channel after the few days off due to the move. We've 24 plus subscriber gain in the time period, as well as over nearly 1,000 views
and I
over the
reckon
weekend.
A lot of people, over 1,000 views. So that means there's a few of you that are watching, that are enjoying this content, that are not subscribing. So
Absolutely.
do me a favour, if you are watching it and you do enjoy it, wouldn't ask anything else, but leave us a review on the podcast channels that you're going on. Like this video, subscribe. It'll only help us grow. It'll hopefully, if we can get a bit of, enough engagement, we can, put some decent effects and cool stuff into the show if it gets bigger. So, if you do enjoy this, spread the word around. Tell people that also might be interested. Give us a subscribe. It's always free. And there is always the Patreon as well.
Oh, dude, yeah, we should plug it more, but I've kind of at the point where I'm like focusing so hard on trying to grow the YouTube channel, I've kind of like put a back seat, so I've kind of paused it. So I'll unpause it once.
So it's there available if you want to help us. There won't be much new content, but
there'll be like if it's going to be one of those where it's the idea of really focusing hard on growing the YouTube channel, because then once that YouTube channel's grown, it's fucking off to the races, and then we can.
But if you do feel that you have enjoyed the show and it is quality content, that is always available if you want to.
So absolutely, every little helps. But yep, make sure you like, comment, smash the subscribe, leave comments. That's a big one. That's why one of the videos has over 20 comments on, which is why it kind of took off. So keep doing stuff like that. Keep interacting. Reply to everyone. Thanks for watching. Thank you for coming on, Brad. Stay safe, stay well.